AITAH for wanting to use the hall pass my wife gave me 5 years ago when she cheated on me? Original post. August 21, 2024. My wife, 35F, and I, 35M, have been married for 10 years. We have 2 children, 9F, 7M. 5 years ago, I found out that my wife had an affair. I felt crushed and numb because I loved my wife a lot. Her affair partner told me about it when my wife called it off. The affair lasted 1 month, and my wife had called it off because she felt really guilty about it. When I confronted my wife about it, she was very remorseful and didn't deny anything. She said she'd do anything, follow any reconciliation steps I asked, and just begged to not break up our family. I asked her why she cheated, and she gave no excuses, and she just said it was for the thrill. My first reaction was to divorce, but after sitting on it for a week, I decided to just stick it out for our family, and because I still loved my wife. My wife was very thankful, and she even told me I had a hall pass I could use whenever I wanted. Over the next year or so, my wife followed the reconciliation steps, which included therapy, getting sober, quitting her job, and a bunch of other things. I had forgiven my wife, but I could never forget it. I would occasionally just replay in my mind my wife cheating on me, and that always hurt a lot. Fast forward to today, and my family is doing great. However, I have struck a friendship with Melissa, 32F, who I met at a bookstore. We had common interests in books for existentialism, metaphysics, and similar books. I don't know how, but when we met, we just clicked. We initially met every week at the bookstore to just discuss books and life, but we started talking more about our personal life, and we then started going on coffee dates and brunches. One more thing we had in common was that Melissa too was married to her husband who had cheated on her many years ago. It's been almost a year since I met her, and Melissa has made it upfront that she has very strong feelings for me, and that she's never had these feelings for anyone else ever in her life. I too have a lot of feelings for her, but I feel guilty about it, so I haven't told her about them yet. I haven't crossed any physical boundaries and I don't intend to. We only hug and hold hands. But I do want to explore more of emotional connection to her, because I've never felt like this ever. I remember that my wife gave me a hall pass 5 years ago when she cheated on me. Would I be the to use that hall pass to explore the emotional connection I have with Melissa? Comments. Polygon Man. It'll end your marriage, but yeah, you should probably go tell your wife you want to use your hall pass. Because the marriage has obviously never recovered and you've obviously found someone who is a better match for you. Even better, just go tell your wife you want a divorce and that no matter how hard you tried you could never truly get fully past the cheating. That it's best if you separate so you can both find a relationship that isn't broken. All of that would be the truth. Then you can go to Melissa and say, I've begun divorce proceedings with my wife. If you want to explore what we have together, I would want to do that, but only if you divorce your husband. We can ensure that neither of us are cheaters, and we owe it to ourselves to make that the case. Even if you don't divorce, I'm still divorcing my wife, but I won't be waiting around. I've wasted too much time already. I hope you'll find the courage to take a leap of faith with me, understanding that there's no guarantee it will work out. I truly believe that we have a special connection, something I haven't ever felt with someone else in my life. I would be very sad to lose it. SL0 _lover ** a hall pass is for a one-night stand with someone you're attracted to. But that's it. A hall pass is not to deepen an emotional connection you have with someone by adding sex into the mix. I would just tell your wife you want a divorce because chances are your wife will ask you for one when you tell her about Melissa. She's definitely going to find out that this is someone you're already in love with. Just be honest and say that you never really forgave/forgot the affair and that you want a divorce. Because chances are, if you do use your hall pass with Melissa, you'll probably want to end things with your wife, since you and Melissa already have feelings for each other. She doesn't seem like someone you want to just use for sex and never see again. You know, like how hall passes usually work. And honestly, it's clear to see that you never really got over your wife's affair, or you wouldn't be holding on to the idea of being able to cash in a hall pass 5 years later. Not that you or anyone needs to get over an affair by any means. I just mean that you didn't truly forgive her, or you wouldn't feel the need to do the same to her. Even if she said you could, because deep down, I'm sure she didn't really mean that. No one is truly okay with giving their partner a pass to sleep with whoever they want. Dog pound ma *, dude, you may not be having a physical affair in your eyes with Melissa, but you are already cheating on your wife by an emotional affair. I think you are cheating holding hands and hugging her cause you aren't doing that as friends but intimate contact. It's obvious you haven't forgiven your wife at this point. Kindest thing is divorce and let you both live your own life. And NBSP. Update. August 22, 2024. Thank you everyone for the advice. I have decided not to use the hall pass as I don't really feel too great about it, and it wouldn't be fair to my wife. I want to clarify what I meant by using the hall pass. I had no intentions of proceeding with any sexual activity but instead deepening my emotional connection with Melissa, and may have at worst included kissing. She tried to kiss me once but I rejected it because I felt guilty about it. I texted Melissa and let her know, and while she was disappointed, she asked if we could still remain friends like we are now and I told her sure, and she was very happy about it. I do like hanging out with Melissa a lot and talking about life. I also get that flutters and excited energy, and I like that a lot.